What is going on, folks? I am in my Oculus Quest and I am about to play In Death Unchained, which has been my go-to game. Alright, what is up, everybody? This is In Death Unchained. This is one of my favorite Oculus Quest games. It is a gamer's game. It works great as a gamer's game. It's got a good feel. Playability is legit. Tracking does get a little bit screwy at times, but I feel pretty good about it. Now you can see right here, I haven't played this very long. My high score is not very high, and my progress is only 13%. So I've got a long way to go. But I just got this game recently. I was actually very late to the party when it comes to In Death Unchained. But better late than never. And you know what? The best aspect of this game, period, without any shadow of any doubt, is the fact that I can do this, I can do this, I can move around freely. There is no cord. The umbilical cord is gone. That is the way you want it to be. You want that umbilical cord to say bye-bye. And so it is truly unchained. You are unchained. And here's this level. This is, of course, Purgatory. This game will create these maps, and you'll go through these maps, and it'll keep creating new maps, and it is a roguelike. So you're trying to survive as long as you can. I loved this game when it was on PC VR. Played the crap out of it. At first, I didn't like it, but it's the kind of game, you got to play this game for a couple of hours. There might be some people that play this game for 15 minutes and they don't get a feel for it and they don't understand it. It's all about controls is what it's all about. It's just so tight. This is a gamer's game, man. This game works nice. Now you got all different kinds of ways that you can teleport. I can teleport with the bow like this and, move around. Now I can shoot that guy right here. If I shoot him, I'm going to activate him. He's going to be aware of me. And so if I don't hit him in the head right here, and I did not hit him in the head, now he's going to take off running. So I'm trying to, so here he comes. So I can throw my little teleporting shard, which doesn't seem to be working very well right now. And so this guy's going to come right up on me. And he basically jumps at you, gets all up in your face. This game, for some people, I could imagine this game being a little bit startling for some people. It's probably going to, because you go around a corner, somebody's right up in your face, and they feel like they are human-sized characters. Now, from a graphical standpoint, one thing that I will say about In Death Unchained is graphics have been watered down like a mofo. No question about it. Graphics have been watered down in this game. When I look at the screen, the stained glass windows, when I look at these stained glass windows, they try to do the best job that they can with these stained glass windows and the textures that are on the walls and ceilings and the draw distance and what have you. I give Super Bright a lot of credit for this because they basically have achieved in death. They've achieved in death on the Oculus Quest, which is pretty freaking amazing. This is in death. I am playing in death, and I am having some problems here. I am playing in death on my Oculus Quest, and it's basically the freaking game. I mean, this is the game. This is In Death. So it's very impressive that they were able to actually get the PC VR game up and running on the Oculus Quest, and this isn't a different game. This is In Death. I've played a lot of In Death on PC VR, and this is that game. I took a little bit of damage, and So you can see right here, this is my health meter. And you've got 6 different options there for your health. I've got 5 out of 6. So sometimes I'll try to shoot these guys from hella far away. You know. But yeah, I've taken a little bit of damage. The real key, if you're playing in death and you're trying to get a high score, the real key, without any question whatsoever, is you've got to take every one of these little things very seriously, and you've got to protect it. You've got to nurture it. You can't just give away. You can't give away damage so easily. You've got to be incredibly cautious, incredibly careful. Okay, so there's a couple of complaints that I do have about In Death Unchained. One of my number one complaints, there is free locomotion, and I can put it towards my hand, which is great. That's the way I want it to be. I don't want it tied to my head. I want it tied to my hand. So free locomotion does exist. That's awesome. But it's very slow. It's very slow. So your movement speed is quite slow. So I kind of wish that I could increase the movement speed. Now, the developers might say, well, if we increase the movement speed too much, it makes it too easy for you to run away. You know, so that could be part of their thinking. I don't know. But you can get your arrow and bow ready so you can take these guys out pretty quick. So now in this situation right here, I've got room scale capabilities, and I'm in this part of this game where I can take a couple of physical steps in real life. Now I just stepped off my carpet, so I know I'm kind of out of my area just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to get back on my carpet. But you could have some physicality to the game. You know, so you can play this game in a physical sort of way, and when you're dealing with these guys, when you're dealing with those guys, you can let them shoot at you, and you can just physically dodge them. Okay, now these guys are like a new dude. And I'm trying to throw this thing to move back. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try to regroup. So we're finding ourselves a safe place. This is a safe place. Now, we've only lost one of our health meters, so I feel pretty good about that. So let's go ahead and head back over here. We were dealing with one of these flying enemies that you've got to hit a lot of different times. And I believe you got to hit them kind of like in their lung, or it doesn't freaking work. So I don't know what happened. I guess maybe I did kill it and I just didn't realize it. Okay, wildfire. Make them erupt into flames. This is one of the best. Whoops. Like this. Okay. Yeah, so this one. So now we got this activated. So this is our fire arrow. It has been activated. And let me tell you, this is one of the best arrows of the bunch. Definitely one of the best arrows of the bunch right here. Because you can get an arrow on a guy and it turns it into kind of a grenade. So I'm going to go ahead and run for it for a little bit. You know, I'm running away. I'm giving myself an opportunity. I don't know why these little bombs aren't going off. Okay, we took serious damage. Do you see that, folks? Serious damage has occurred. I have lost some serious health right there. That was not good. That's rookie. That's straight rookie level. I'm new to this game, and I am filming this video, and I'm trying to give you guys like an introductory guide to In Death Unchained. So yeah, these are the environments that we're working with here. Let me see if there's some more dudes waiting around the corner. And yes, there is. So I guess these are just the fire arrows. They're not the exploding arrows. So we can grab the winter arrows. put this right here. And then I can select that. And so now I got the winner arrow. Now the winner arrow is pretty good. You set them up. You shoot one of these, and then you shoot a regular arrow, and then it pretty much takes them out. Now you can see that those Brookhaven zombie guys have very low numbers of polygons. Very low numbers of polygons. So you want to talk about this game being watered down. One of the nice aspects of this game is this scene that I'm looking at right here doesn't look that bad. This looks pretty goddamn good for the Oculus Quest. The statue looks pretty good. The portal, the Stargate to another area looks pretty good. The cathedral, this whole freaking center looks pretty good. The lighting looks pretty good. The walls and the stained glass windows, like if you look at them pretty closely, you can kind of say, it's a little bit cheesy, but it looks pretty good right here. I need to get back on my center here, so let's go ahead and get situated. Alrighty, so let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of snap turning. And so, yeah, so we want to head back over this way. Let's see, I got my winner arrow. And we got to do right here. I want to switch to a different arrow. Damn it. This is the wrong arrow. Oh, there we go. See, what you want to do is you want to hit them with the ice arrow, and then you want to switch to a regular arrow. But sometimes the controls are not as intuitive as you'd like them to be. But you do have the ability to move around in this game pretty damn well. Now, let's see. Okay, so one thing I do want to talk about with this game, I already said that one of my biggest complaints is that the speed of the free locomotion is a little bit too slow. Now, I understand if the developers don't want to make it a ton faster because it could affect the gameplay to some degree in terms of being able to run away from enemies by just booking in the opposite direction at a high speed. So I do understand that. But I have another complaint, and my other big complaint has to do with the shard. This is the shard. This is a teleporting shard right here. And when you're playing the regular in-depth game on PC VR, this teleporting shard is so freaking handy. You can do a lot of things with this when you're in the PC VR version of the game. In the Quest version, not so much. For example, when I try to toss it somewhere, it goes like 1 foot, a couple of feet, and then it just disappears. Like it doesn't finish the animation. When you do this on PC VR, you can toss this, and it tosses over there, it falls down, it lands, and you zip over there. You know, and this, it takes the animation, and sometimes you can't even throw it right. Or I'm trying to throw it. So the teleporting shard is so incredibly valuable when you're playing the PC VR version of this game. It is incredibly valuable. It's super important because you can quickly just be like, oh shit, I'm being overwhelmed. And you just throw this thing behind you and you get away from them really nicely. And it feels really good. Like on the PC VR version of this game, I can grab this teleporting shard and I can throw it up there on top of that. I can throw it up there and actually get up there. But I don't think you can do that on the Quest version of the game. On the Quest version of the game, the teleporting shard doesn't really work like that. Now I can get on that roof though. I can go like this and I could just, oops, well, that was kind of a crappy teleport, but we're going to go ahead and live with it. Okay, so yeah, you can get on the ceilings of various places, which can give you a different look at things. For example, see that guy way over there? Like if you want to get 100%, you want to kill every one of these enemies, then you got to get to all the different little places. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So now I'm back down here on the ground. But yeah, I'm really amazed. I got to tell you that it's really impressive how well they've been able to recreate this world of In Death. Trying to get back up. Oh shit. Let's see. Okay. It's pretty amazing how they were able to recreate this world of In Death on the Quest and make it all work. Now, some of the characters, some of the enemies, obviously we're talking way less polygons. And I think the base level zombies, these guys right here, I think these guys suffer the most. Those guys suffer quite a bit compared to PCVR. The knights are actually pretty good. Like the knights look like the knights on the PCVR version, scaled down just a little bit. So we got some draw distance issues. You know, there's draw distance issues. Now I hear a bunch of zombies growling, and I got to imagine they got to be up there somewhere. So I'm the type of guy that when I used to play games like this, I wanted to kill every bad guy. Like I'm the guy that wants to kill every bad guy on the level and collect every little gold coin. I just took a hit, folks. I am down to 2. And so when you get down to 2, your heartbeat starts kicking off. And this annoying sound is going to run continuously until I find the Goblet of Life. I don't know what it's called exactly, but I'm going to call it the Goblet of Life. But hopefully I kill one of these guys and get the Goblet of Life. I'm going to try to go down where he is. I'm standing on a cloud, ladies and gentlemen. I am on a cloud. Okay, let's go inside here. The Goblet of Life. The Goblet of Life. Okay, so one thing I can show you guys is I can go through this portal. Now the downside is you go to a really hard area where you're incredibly likely to die, and I'm probably not going to get a health power-up right away. But you know what? I'm actually testing this video. I don't even know if this video is working, so I figure why don't I go in here? If I die, I can stop it and see if I actually got the video. And then we can always do one of these things again. Another video. Okay, so here I am. I teleport to this new area, and this is like a new section of the game where I'm going to be dealing with waves of zombies. Okay, Blood of the Lamb. This is what I need right here. So I grab that, bam, it goes up to 3. Now that I'm at level 3, I don't hear my heartbeat anymore, which is very nice. But look at all the dudes that are out there that I'm going to have to deal with. Okay, basically, you just got to keep pulling that trigger. Sometimes it doesn't register. Like sometimes the tracking isn't picking up what you're doing. Okay, restocks ammo for 1 arrow type. Let's see, who's shooting me? Let me go ahead and oh, this guy's throwing his fireballs. Okay, hit the broadside of a barn. I just figure I might as well kill these 2 dudes that are in this prison cell, because at some point they probably get out. Okay, now there's this thing, this big giant fat guy. Oh shit, we just took damage, Johnny. We just took damage. and I hear my heartbeat. I just banged into my headset, which is something that I have done quite a bit in this game, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have banged my Oculus Quest headset with my controller more than I would like to, because these controllers are not the best design controllers ever from a materials standpoint. They've got some pretty crappy materials. Okay, so we're going to redo our fire, because I like our fire. I hear my cat. My cat is in the mix. I need to get the hell out of the way there. Damn it, dead. Dead. Totally dead. All right, so that was In Death Unchained for the Oculus Quest by Super Bright. And I gotta tell you, I was very, very impressed with the game that I played there on the Oculus Quest. Now, I gotta say, there are some nitpicks that I do have about the game. I believe graphics are heavily watered down. I believe there's some slight little gameplay issues that I'm a little bit bothered by in terms of the free locomotion speed and also the way the teleporting shard works. But other than that, this is basically In Death on the Oculus Quest. It's the PC VR version working well on the Oculus Quest, and that is pretty freaking incredible. It really is, because the game plays great. It's a gamer's game. In Death on PC VR was always considered one of the tightest games from a gameplay standpoint, and the kind of game that you could really dial in and get better and better the more you play it, the more you give it time. And I really believe that this Oculus Quest version is going to be very similar in that regard. So it's definitely highly recommended by VR365. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this special little video segment about In Death Unchained, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Later.